Alright, just let me check that this works. I fucking recorded a whole fucking video and my mic wasn't working. I don't know why. I'm paranoid now. Motherfucker. Anyways, let's get to the usual disclaimer like we always do. Nothing here is for sale. Nothing is monetized. There are no courses, mentorships, affiliates, or anything else. There aren't even ads on the YouTube videos. The only link you'll find will be in the description and it will be straight into my Discord. My Discord, again, there's just trading talk and links to my videos. Nothing else. I mean, I don't understand how like people still pop in and ask, "You sell shit? Is this a scam?" Like this is the disclaimer of every video. What the fuck? Regardless, let's start on Bloomberg like we always do. On Bloomberg, there's really nothing, no headline risk, as I would say. There, if you like to read the news, if this is interesting to you, yeah, there's a lot going on, you know. Yeah, smarter funding can help Ukraine win. If you like Ukraine a lot, there's some stuff going on, but headline risk, no, fuck all. SPY is stagnant, so is dollar index most likely. Yep, complete stagnancy. As for the trades we've had open, and mind you, I'm going to answer questions today, so I won't be going through new pairs because it'll just make the video too long. And looking at my diagnostics, if my videos are too long, people don't really watch them. I got like a sweet spot at like 8 to 12 minutes. Anyways, if you're in this trade, if you entered this trade, just stay in it. Tomorrow I can trade as well, so I'll start hopping into shit. If you're in this one, I already wrote about this one in the Discord. If you're out, that's fine. If you did a if you did a half point extension, that's fine. You can even do a full point extension on this one. That is fine. But due to previous momentum, I would not go lower than that. It is already reacting here. So you can do it. Would I have done it? No. I would have done a half point extension. Ended up at a 2R. Been out by now. But if you do it, you can. It's because there isn't an SR area here set by me, so by the strats rules, you can. Just make sure your sell loss is at 0 at minimum break even, but you should be far into profit as well, at least a point on that. But with that, I'll consider the trade concluded. Honestly, if you want to extend it, just make sure your take profit is at 1% or so you can't really lose anyways. Actually, I'm gonna keep this here because I'm gonna use this to answer a question, because today is questionnaire day. I have them written down, copy pasted. Here we have the question format like it usually is set up. Which country the question is coming out of. If you're curious about that, fuck, this looks fucked. I have just copy pasted it. Let me fix it. Yeah. So if you've never seen the questionnaire before, the reason I'm noting what country the question is coming out of is purely out of legal and regulatory reasons, because the way I'd answer a question coming out of Norway here compared to if this was the exact same question coming out of the United States, it might very well have a very different answer, and it would. Their leverage rules are different, so it would be different. With that said, let's get straight to it. I don't really know how they do it in Europe anymore. I mean, I live in Europe, but I don't really follow any rules or anything, so I don't know. I can have as much leverage as I want. So, but let me just get to it. I think the limit is 50 or whatever the fuck you guys have. So question is, are you a swing trader or a day trader? So my average trade duration, according to C Trader, is 2.17 days. I went and checked this for you, which makes me, per definition, a swing trader. Because my trades, on average, go beyond 24 hours. They go beyond candle close on a full day. A day trader will exit and enter on the same day. So I am a complete and utter swing trader because I don't enter lower really than the 12-hour, right? I do that. I have sometimes entries on the 12 and all the way down to the 6, but it's very rare. I haven't used it in these last months even. There hasn't been a need. How does leverage work? If you, for example, have a $10,000 account. Yeah. So I set up a dummy empty account here for you to see. I hope it doesn't open my main account now. I'm gonna be sad, bro. I'll have to record everything and like, oh, bro. Yeah, it's the empty one. That's the empty one. Yeah. Okay. So this is a 500 leverage account. That's not allowed if you live in Norway, which I do. That's illegal. Okay. I'm doing this legally, by the way, but it wouldn't be for you because I'm an institutional trader. You're not. Yeah, I'm not saying this like, oh, I'm breaking the law. Ha 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 ha. I am an institutional trader because I own a hedge fund. So I can kind of get around all of that. But what this basically means is if we put in $10,000 here, like you suggested, it doesn't really matter how much is in the account. But okay, let's say there's $10,000 in the account. For each dollar you put in, or 1,000, they will 500-fold that, which makes trades a lot smaller volume-wise. That is the only difference. The TP and SL you will set for your trades will still be 1% trades. As long as you're trading, assuming you're trading properly and not just pissing around, it will be the same. It will be the exact same stuff. The only difference, say I had 50 leverage instead of 500, I'd be doing the exact same take profit, exact same stop loss, except I'd have to put down 10,000. So you'd be sat with less leverage. What the fuck is it? It's here. There's no money in the account, so it doesn't show. But you'd be sat with less leverage, and that would show. Which just means it would be harder for you to gamble. I mean, those brokers that used to have like those 3,000 leverage fucking deals and shit, they want you to blow your account, bro. That's some bullshit. You don't even need more than like 10 trading my strat. Personally, I like to use around 25. It's a good about point. 10, 25. 25 has been my spot for a while, but that's all it means. The higher the leverage, you'll just be trading smaller amounts. Okay? So, does it really mean anything? You can enter more trades, yeah. But do you want to do that? That is completely up to you. And all that extra money that the broker puts down for you is just borrowed money. You're going to pay that overnight through swap, okay? You go to symbol window, scroll your ass down. You're going to see the pip squat. Where is it? Piss ass bullshit. Spread. Yeah, here, the swap. Here's going to be the swap payments. That's what it's going to look like. And you're just going to have to pay that to your broker. These are overnight fees, by the way. If you don't know how swap works, if you're holding this, what the fuck this even is, some crypto shit. If you're holding this short, they'll pay you a little bit overnight. And if you're long, you got to pay like a motherfucker out of that. And beyond that, leverage is not really something you'll ever think or worry about. It doesn't matter if it's, I mean, you can make it, I don't know if you can do that in Norway, but you can put it as high as you want. You can put it as low as it lets you. You might, if you put it too low, if it's like too leverage, they don't have that on C-Trader, but if you do, you might not have the liquidity to fund trades. That might be the only problem if your leverage is too low. Because currency pairs don't actually move that much. They don't. If you look at the prices, we're barely moving 2 points here. And this is on the 12 hour, like on the 1 day. Like these are big moves. And that's it. They don't move that much. So we need to leverage up to get proper trades. However, it is not anything of concern. It's the first time I've had anyone question about leverage. You shouldn't worry about it. I hope that clears up anything. If you have any other questions regarding it, I'll answer you on that. But again, it doesn't matter. Because your sell loss and take profit, what you're going to set inside C-Trader is going to be a 1%. When you're here, you do your fucking entry. You open this. You copy paste your shit. Why does it look so scrambled? You copy paste your shit. You take profit, your sell loss. Put that right into your C-Trader. And you put your sell loss down to 1%. So the volume will just adjust itself. C-Trader is nice like that. So I mean, yeah, it's never going to be a concern anyways. Alright, let's move on. How do you set your TP and sell loss for classic reversals? Yeah, so this is pretty simple. Just setting my TP and sell loss. First, to get my sell loss, I need my entry, right? So, indecision candle formed, closed. After it's been closed, below the low of the candle closing, and then an indecision candle above, a sell loss above where the indecision candle closed. So above this point right here where it closed. And the further you go, the more comfortable it is. You see, you can go a little bit out of this the SR area. Look for other points. This is an SR area, so where did it extend last time? That kind of thing. But generally, I just watch the candle unless there's new close information, if it has been blown out recently a lot. However, just above where the candle closed, like this, is a completely fine trade. And then the TP, very simple rule, at least 1.5R. Usually do 1.5R on entry if we're going counter trend. So if the whole piece of shit was going down and we're doing a long, I do a max 1.5, right? or a better, more visible example is this pair right here, actually. When it's going up like this, trending very strongly up, and we're doing a short like I did initially here, even though I didn't enter it, but I did demo enter it, I'll do a 1.5 entry. If we're with the trend, if this was going right down, I would have set the entry at 2 on this one. It's that simple, G. You got it. Bands. And this last question came in very late. I haven't even read it. I saved a slot for this guy. So let's see here. I've noticed that you don't trade certain currencies, like the Turkish lira, which is understandable. But what determines whether you trade a currency or not? So the lira has been blocked and unblocked. Give me a second. Sorry. On IC markets. Because it's a piece of shit. But what determines it is mostly just spread, bro. If the spread and swap is moving normal, I'll trade that shit. The Turkish lira looks like a straight line. No, straight line down. It is a piece of shit. And the spread for going long on it, no, sorry, the swap for going long on it is crazy high. If you go short, there's a crazy high swap you gotta pay as well. The spread is dog shit. It's a general piece of shit that doesn't range nicely. So stable fucking currencies like these. I've got a nice set right here. And I've been trading these pairs for a while. Do I need anything more? Could I possibly have gained more money adding more pairs? No. Because I have a 10% limit every month. If you've been following the videos, I accidentally hit 14% this month. Last month before that, I hit 12%. And then before that again, I hit 10%. So, no. These pairs are maximizing my profit. It's just stable pairs that I've picked out. And not just currencies, commodities as well. Love trading gold. Been a gold trader for fucking 8-9 years. Almost as long as I've been trading in general. I love trading gold. Crude not so much, but it's okay. I make money off it, so I'm good with it. But this list, honestly, you can just steal my list. And this is a nice, profitable list that includes all the major economies and some commodities and shit. I don't trade cryptocurrencies. Why not? There's a lot of money. Because what I'm doing right now is making me money. So get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of my face. Okay? So my determination, or what determines it, is it being a low spread pair that moves and ranges normally. Not some collapsing bullshit ass currency with a huge pair or some tiny bullshit. No, fuck that. Not interested. I mean, if it moved super nicely, the best pair in the world would be the Euro USD. Where you at? This is a zero spread. I'm on raw spread, so zero spread. Very nice liquidity. You always get filled. You don't get gapped. None of that fuck shit. It's just very nice overall. But here we are on the knock. Big spread pair. But the higher time frame you trade though, the less spread kind of matters. But again, spread is important. That's direct profit hit. I hope that answers your questions. Again, if something is missing, please just ask me. Alright. That's the last part from you right here. Sometimes it's hard for me to determine if it will be a reversal or a breakthrough when price hits an SR line. It's an area, it's not a line. But yeah. Do you have any advice for that? Yeah, of course I do. So it's very simple. All you gotta do is look for an indecision candle closing. Or whatnot. Or not. Sorry. Jeez. It's not the Anglo day today, huh? What we saw with this pair right here was just a very nice indecision candle close. I don't remember. I think this was 12-hour entry, yeah. This is a reverse hammer candle. Not that fucking matters too much, but an indecision candle here that made me see a potential entry, and it did. It triggered. it went nicely, and yeah, now it's just moving. Just got to see what the fuck happens. And if it hits sell loss, don't give a shit. Don't give a shit. It's a solid ass trade. It's been a solid ass month too. Here, for example, this is the first pair. If sell loss was here, this would be a huge potential for breakout, because what I'm looking for is no loss of momentum. It is going in a straight line up. And mind you, my win rate is not 100%. So some of the time, this shit goes down the drain. But when I see strong momentum in one direction that is uninterrupted, especially when it's going through an area with a trend, let me find a good example. Because we've had a lot of nutty. And if you follow the Discord, I do post the breakout trades and explain why they are breakout trades. And they've been wildly successful. And all of them have been pre-posted. So, yeah, like this. This has been going down the drain. I think this was already traded. Yeah, it was. Yeah, strong momentums like this. Or like this, yeah. Where it doesn't lose steam or form any signs of indecision. Like this is just not giving a fuck. This is strength on the candle horizon. That's why I keep the sell-off so tight on these breakouts. Because if it loses steam, it's not valid anymore. They do have a higher win rate, oddly enough. Here, this was the example I made. So here is one I would consider for a breakout. This is not a valid setup. Do not copy this. It's not a valid area. It's just some fuck shit I made for his question. I would set the entry. I would want it to break through here. I want to see strength in it, but I would be watching it live. I wouldn't just set an entry and then fuck off. I would want it to break through, and then I would set a super tight entry, usually right by the SR area. And then the trade would look something like this. Something like that. That's fine. And as you can see, that's a short trade. And also you move sell loss very fast with these trades, very fast. Probably even tighter, but yeah, this is an example, so that doesn't matter. Yeah. So main gist of the point is, does an indecision candle close on the pair? You just have to understand the different signals for how a reversal is formed, what candles we need. Indecision candle, it turned around, or big movements that would have constituted a breakout. This would have been a breakout and a reversal. In some of the previous videos, you've seen classic reversals fail, hit sell loss, and then me turning that into a breakout trade instead. Boom, boom, switching it right up. I'm like, damn, that's a breakout. I hope that answers your questions. If it doesn't, you can just message me, preferably by pigeons, actually. Pigeon mail. I'll DM you my email. No, not my email. My fucking my home address. Anyways, I appreciate the questions, and I hope you guys had a great month. We had some crazy fucking shit the other week. I think it was last week. I posted a bunch of trades, and then I went to sleep, and they just all hit. It was like up 8%. I hope some of you made good money on that. That was real cool. I was really annoyed I couldn't enter, but it was a very nice disciplinary environment for me to not break my own rules. Now I'm constantly having to look at trades and money, 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 money. Just staring at money. It's literally money I can just grab right now. Fucking like a bank job. With my account size, that 8% shit would have been a fucking bank heist. Some shit you see in the fucking movies. Straight on vacation. Boom, done. But no, I have to just watch it, be disciplinary. That's trading. It's very strange how that works. It's similar in a lot of sense to how you see professional poker players play. Poker is gambling, right? And gambling becomes the least gambling tendency filled activity for a person when it is done for professional use compared to anything else. Like if you're an office worker, you can gamble around, fuck around, see what happens. Maybe your boss gets mad. But no, we can't do that. We are the boss. Right? You run your own show. So you have to be harsh on yourself. You can't break the rules. You can never let that happen. You'll blow accounts. Anyways, like I've said, pigeon mail please. Or hop into Discord. The Discord will be linked in the description. And I'll see you soon. Thank you guys.